Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Chris and welcome to LinuxTechGeek. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up Pipewire here on Gentoo. Now, I'm not going to get into the big debate Pipewire versus PulseAudio. They're both audio servers. They both work. If PulseAudio is working for you and you don't want to switch, then I don't recommend you switching. But I've been thinking about making the switch to Pipewire here on my system, and I figured I would make a video about it, and we would kind of walk through this thing together. I don't have this set up, so I'm not doing any, pre-recording of me doing this. This is me just telling you guys we're going to set this thing up and we're going to go through the manual together as usual, and yeah, hopefully we get this thing up and running. Now, like I said, if PulseAudio works for you, keep using PulseAudio. All right, but with all that being said, let's go ahead and flip over to the desktop, and yeah, we'll get started. All right, here we are. We're on the desktop, and let me go ahead and pull up a browser here. And the first thing I like to do, of course, we gotta go to Google, and then we can do Pipewire Gentoo. And anytime I'm going to install something big, or if I don't know how to do something, these are the exact steps that I take. Okay, pretty easy, right? So let me go ahead and see if I can get the zoom here for you guys. I think that's pretty big. Now there are some benefits of using Pipewire over Pulse right here. So minimum latency capture, real-time multimedia processing, and it also has seamless support for PulseAudio, Jack, ALSA, GStreamer, and then application sandboxing with like Flatpak and stuff like that. So I think there's some benefits of using Pipewire over Pulse, but we shall see. Like I said, I've used both in the past, both of them, and both of them have worked pretty flawlessly for me. Now, we don't have to really worry about this kernel stuff right here because we're using a binary kernel and this is already set. But here we go, use flags. So this is the big one. To use Pipewire as a sound server, specifically the sound, use flags, media, video, Pipewire, blah, blah, blah. So we have to make sure that the PulseAudio daemon is not installed. So, okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get root. If I can type my password right. And we need to remove that PulseAudio daemon. I don't think I have it installed, but PulseAudio daemon. I do have it installed. Okay, well, let's go ahead and remove that. So merge -c media sound PulseAudio daemon. It's going to go ahead and merge here. Unemerge, rather. Okay. Okay, and then ensure media libpulse is installed. Okay, I'm pretty sure that is installed. Libpulse. Yep, we do have an installed version right there. Okay, that's what we want. Ensure that PulseAudio use flag is still set globally. All right, so what they're talking about right there is we need to set that in our make configuration, which I should already. I don't know if I can type again. I should already had this set by default anyway, but you know what? I don't think I do. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. PulseAudio. And then I also want Pipewire to be set globally as well. The reason I am setting the Pipewire globally is because Pipewire, some applications cannot take advantage of Pipewire's like their sound server natively. So what you have to do really is Pipewire and PulseAudio can like talk to each other, right? And that's how some application you can get sound from some applications that don't support Pipewire, is because there's like that wrapper, that in between. But what I want is I want the programs that can take advantage of Pipewire's sound natively. I just want that globally set, right? Because we're going to be using Pipewire as the default. Why not just have it, automatically set for us rather than application, basis, whatever. So we're going to write and quit that. Okay, Pipewire requires the presence of a dbus session. Okay, we got that going. We got elog-ind going. Also need to use on media WirePlumber. So there's some packages that we do have to install here. To enable direct screencasting support on the application's offering, specify the screencast use flag on the relevant packages. Otherwise, screencasting support may also be provided through the PulseAudio or jack compatibility layers. Okay. So there are quite a few use flags here that we may actually have to, we're gonna have to set. EIX Pipewire. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this right here. I'm gonna copy it, and then, well, it looks like we got version 1 installed here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up another one of these just for a second here. We're going to nvim etc portage package.use Pipewire. Okay, and then what we're going to do is greater than equal than, and then I want the version that I have installed here, 1.0.0 R1. Okay, and now I can kind of close this one, and then we can look at the documentation here, and we can just copy what we actually need per these use flags, which I don't know. I know we need X. We don't need Bluetooth. I don't have a Bluetooth device or anything like that, so we don't need Bluetooth. We want dbus. We don't need dock. I would like that echo cancel. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if I need extra. FFmpeg, of course. I do want Flatpak. I don't think I need G settings. We do want G streamer. I don't think I need that IEE. We don't use anything jack, so I'm not going to do jack client. I'm not going to do jack SDK, jack hyphen SDK. Well, loading LCD. I don't even know what these are right here. So we're not going to have those either. Lib LC3 and then LV2. Don't need mode manager. We do want Pipewire also. Read on. We'll take that. Enable rock support for real-time audio streaming over the network. Okay. Well, we'll take that too. Provide sound serving using also Bluetooth. We don't need that. We want SSL. We don't need system D. So we don't need system D. And I would like video for Linux. So I think that's good. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is good enough. This looks good enough to me. Alright, let's write and quit that. So what we got to do now is we need to re-emerge this with the new use flags. So emerge new use, and then I'll just do media video Pipewire. Invalid at I don't know what that I messed up on my config there. Okay. Unmet requirements. Looks like we need extra. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. Yeah, it looks like we need the extra stuff. So let's just go ahead and put in extra. Right, and quit that. See if it gripes again. It's going to. FF MPEG Bluetooth debus jack. The following constraints are a subset of the following. I don't understand what it's griping about. Oh, it's because it's the Pipewire offset stuff. Okay. Well, how about if I disabled the PulseAudio or the Pipewire also? You on grape now? Okay, now it works. Okay, let's go ahead and merge that. I'm going to pause the video. I'll bring you guys back as soon as this gets done installing and everything. It shouldn't take that long, and then we'll continue on with the configuration. All right, that got done, but however, I was reading something and this is telling me we should probably enable that sound server. I don't know if we got to do this or not, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna enable it and reinstall, because I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna, you know, never used this before. Not on Gentoo. And I'm going to show you guys after this gets done re-emerging. I'm going to show you guys how you can see what sound server you're actually using here on Linux. And I'll show you the exact command that you need to run. And I believe this command will it'll run on any distro. So if you ever want to know what sound server that you're running, run this command as a normal user. It's pactl and then info. And then right here where it says server name, this is the sound server that you're actually using. And this command works on any distro of Linux. Now, if you're using Pipewire, what it will say is PulseAudio, and then it'll say PulseAudio on Pipewire. But of course, we ain't using Pipewire right now, so it's just saying PulseAudio. All right, so we have all of this stuff kind of done. There is another package that we need, however, and it's called WirePlumber. And what I think WirePlumber is I think it's like, I think it's kind of like your connections, right? Like it's what talks to the server. It's between the client and the server. So you actually talk to WirePlumber and hook everything up. I'm pretty sure that's what WirePlumber is. I could be absolutely wrong, but it makes sense in my head. So we're going to do a merge, and then we'll do media, video, WirePlumber. That's vote. Plumber. Okay, and WirePlumber doesn't really have anything, no use flags or anything like that. Okay, so it's installing. Switching to WirePlumber will happen the next time Gentoo Pipewire launcher is started. Okay, please ensure that etc Pipewire conf is either does not exist, or if it does exist, that any reference to user bin Pipewire media session is commented out. Okay, that's something we need to keep an eye on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up another thing here. That way we have a kind of a reference sheet. So the next thing that we need to do is configuration. Now, I don't know if we have to do this. It's the documentation says it's recommended that users are in the Pipewire group, and we may go ahead and just put ourselves in the Pipewire group. So user mod ag Pipewire, and then we'll Chris. All right, now we're in the Pipewire group. Also recognizes multiple blah blah blah. All right, file locations. If configuration is required, Pipewire's configuration files are located in Pipewire user config, system config. All right, let's see if that system config is up. So ls etc Pipewire. See, the Pipewire configuration is not in Etsy. We might even have to make a directory. Make dir etc pipe. I'll tell you what, make dir -p etc Pipewire. Okay, now we need to copy over a sample configuration from user share, and we need to stick it there. So copy user share Pipewire, and then we need to, it's pipewire.conf. Okay, and we're going to stick it to etc Pipewire, and we're going to put it right there. Okay, now there is some kind of like you can have a system-wide configuration that everyone will use. You can also have a user-based configuration that only that user will use. Since I only have one user on the system myself, I'm just going to make one configuration file, and that'll be that. So yeah, same right here that we can copy over all that. It doesn't matter. Setting default clock allowed raise to continue raise output. Okay, so systemd stuff. We don't have systemd here on my system, but we do have OpenRC. So let's go down to the OpenRC stuff. So pretty much what it says is there's no standardized way to start Pipewire with OpenRC. And from all the research that I've done, the way that you start Pipewire is if you are in a desktop environment, you need to have that .desktop file to automatically start it. If you're in a window manager like I am, then you need to have that auto start. Now there is a script that these programs they installed for you, and you can just run that script, and that script will start all the services and everything. So right here, if we close this out, you can see this Gentoo Pipewire launcher. That's just a script, okay? And what that does is that starts all of the necessary Pipewire stuff. However, what we have to do is we need to have our window manager automatically start that whenever our window manager starts up. Okay, now right now I am in the i3 window manager, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to we'll open up the i3 stuff, and then I'll have that script automatically start. So right here, the Gentoo Pipewire launcher script starts the Pipewire server, a WirePlumber session manager, and a Pipewire Pulse Pipewire server, which is the compatibility layer that I was talking about earlier between PulseAudio and Pipewire. So this is telling you how you can start the script, whatever. I think that's about it. Okay, so first, let's check this configuration to make sure that you know, we do what the document says right here. So we need to make sure this user bin Pipewire media session is commented out. Okay, so Pipewire, and it's Pipewire media session. So let's find that. So Pipewire media session. Okay, Pipewire media session is commented out, which is good. We want we want that to be commented out because that's what it said. Okay. So that's done by default. We don't really have to do anything. The next thing that we need to do, though, is we need to open up our i3 configuration and have that script run automatically. So Gentoo Pipewire launcher. So I'm going to copy it. nvim etc or config i3. I think it's just auto start sh. And what I want is I want this this launcher to start right after Polybar. Okay. And that should do it. So I'm going to right and quit that. And then I'm pretty sure we're good. Now, I am going to have to reboot here. I'm going to have to reboot the system and for everything to take effect and everything. That way PulseAudio is not running. And then I think after we reboot, we should be on Pipewire. Okay, we rebooted and everything seems to have worked. But let's go ahead and open up a terminal, and then let's verify that we are using Pipewire and we're not using PulseAudio any longer. So let's open up a terminal. Clear, and remember it's that PACTL, and then we do info, and you can see we have PulseAudio on Pipewire 1.0.0. So that is pretty much how you set up Pipewire here on Gentoo. It's relatively easy. The only thing that's kind of weird about doing this is that if you're not using systemd, remember that you need to have that script automatically start on your window managers. Now, if you are using systemd, then I believe you can start Pipewire with the system CTL service manager. Okay, you can actually make a service out of that, so it just starts at runtime or at boot time rather than having this script automatically run. But whichever, I mean, however the way that you go, they both work. And let's go ahead and verify also that some of our other stuff works, like Pavu control. So you can see Pavu control works. Everything works exactly the way that it should be working. Now the only thing I have left to do is update world, and I want to update the world because I want all the other applications to natively take advantage of Pipewire, because some applications can natively take advantage of Pipewire, some of them can't, and the ones that can take advantage of Pipewire, I want them to be able to do that. But if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything like that, feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you guys. And until next time, you guys take care, be safe, and peace. Bye, guys.